Hey, welcome in. Well, I got a headline here. China conducting biological tests to create super soldiers, U.S. spy chief says. So I guess it's time to get around to finally building that bomb shelter in the backyard that I've been meaning to build for so long now. Or, you know what? Maybe I'll just head to the mountains. Build a cabin out there somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Just anywhere that I can avoid super soldiers, right? So anyway, what's this all about? Intelligence Director John Ratcliffe claims human testing aims to develop soldiers with biologically enhanced capabilities. I don't like the sounds of that at all. Let's see, it says China has conducted testing on its army in the hope of creating biologically enhanced soldiers, according to top intelligence officials in the U.S. Now, from what information I've gained about, China having like 1 million people in concentration camps, I have a feeling that they're not really that restrained by things like moral responsibility or ethics, that sort of thing. So I'm not terribly surprised to hear something like this. Anyway, John Ratcliffe, who served as Donald Trump's Director of National Intelligence since May, made the claims in a newspaper editorial, where he warned that China poses the greatest threat to America today. Well, it doesn't seem like they're very fond of Canada or the UK or Europe or really anywhere that's not China. So, that does make sense. Now, I just want to make clear here, I'm talking about the Chinese Communist Party. It is authoritarian, and people don't have any say in what it does. So I just want to be clear on that. Let's see. Writing in the Wall Street Journal, Ratcliffe said, quote, "The intelligence is clear. Beijing intends to dominate the U.S. and the rest of the planet economically, militarily, and technologically. Many of China's major public initiatives and prominent companies offer only a layer of camouflage to the activities of the Chinese Communist Party." I'll tell you what, they must be absolutely thrilled that Biden's in office now, and absolutely thrilled that Trump's gone. You have to wonder how many laptops that Hunter Biden lost in Beijing, right? Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. But anyway, quote, U.S. intelligence shows that China has even conducted human testing on members of the People's Liberation Army in hope of developing soldiers with biologically enhanced capabilities. Ratcliffe wrote, "There are no ethical boundaries to Beijing's pursuit of power." And, that's just perfectly obvious at this point, isn't it? You look at the handling of certain information at the beginning of the year in regards to a certain virus that we've all become familiar with. You look at the concentration camps, harvesting human organs. It's all pretty clear. The treatment of the protesters in Hong Kong, it's all pretty obvious right now. Let's see. It says that he has also shifted, this is Ratcliffe, has shifted resources in the intelligent budget to focus on China. Why wouldn't it have been almost completely focused on that all along? I don't know. Many analysts and officials within the government's intelligence agency have been focused on Russia and counterterrorism efforts. Well, I get the counterterrorism. Russia, not so much. I'm sorry, anybody can make some Facebook accounts, right? But anyway, he said, "But today, we must look with clear eyes at the facts in front of us, which make plain that China should be America's primary national security focus going forward." Let's take a look at this. 15 countries with the highest military spending worldwide in 2019. See, the USA is well ahead of everybody else. China is second. China is also well ahead of everybody else. They're building up that military for something. They've got ambitions for something, obviously. But anyway, it says here, the enhancement of regular humans engaged in law enforcement or military operations has captured the imagination of many film and TV directors over the years. And let's see here at the end, they talk about a couple of movies, The Universal Soldier and RoboCop. But I don't know. There's something about messing with people genetically that there's a natural kind of disgust mechanism in our brain around this sort of thing for some reason. The idea of building the super soldier, I guess because it, in a sense, kind of takes away your identity, because you are this thing. You're built to be something, to serve a purpose. And that's your identity. You don't have your own identity or autonomy. And there's just something really creepy about that. Can you develop a person who normally would have a conscience, say, who just doesn't have a conscience, who just doesn't care, who just becomes a perfect killing machine. Now, there's all kinds of problems around that too, because they're just as likely to start killing the people around them as the enemy. And that's where you can start to see a breakdown of just unintended consequences with this kind of fiddling around, with what makes people people. So I don't know, but it's creepy as hell. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you'd just like to listen, there's the podcast. It's on pretty much every platform, including iTunes. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.